We're all crying in the chat, but it's fine. So the thing I wanted to talk, I guess, about.
How do you read your chat? Doesn't it go so fast?
Well, right now it's not even going fast, but now that you mention it, it's going to go a lot faster. Yeah.
How do you read it so quick? How do you read that?
I just got used to it. I think I got used to it. It gets worse on like right now we're at 6,000 viewers on like
saying boomer to me. I can see that.
Yeah,
because everybody.
So that's not. So you can't even see. They're actually using emotes. So if you look at my screen, you'll see what like it actually looks like on my screen. Most of the words here, just take a look at my screen if you have it open right now. Most of the words that you see right now are a third-party program that like enables emotes. So they're actually writing code basically that turns into images.
All right. So what is that like ghosts? All right. What?
No, that's a meme. That's a meme. And we don't have a lot of time, so I want
that. They always want lower tuition. No, you don't. You want to raise tuition in the university as high as you can so the wealthy will contribute more money and then use the extra money to subsidize those kids who have no money. If you reduce the amount of money you take in from the rich, it's the poor that get hurt, not helped. So some of these things are a little counterintuitive. But you take the money from the...
This is what you want to fucking vote for?
The devil.
Yo, just put them up for super expensive and get a profit right now, chat.
Just illegally vote for Bernie.
Listen, man. If I really wanted to take part in politics, I would have flown back home and I would have voted for whoever else or
MAGA.
What?
Hey, Hasan, MAGA.
Okay, please stop.
Oh my god.
Okay. Sammy, get out of the room. Can I play video games?
She's like coming into my chat saying "Make America Great Again." Okay, wait, hold up.
Who was that?
Sammy.
His roommate.
Okay.
Why can't I find this? Am I writing this wrong? Uh-oh.
What's up, Hank? It's Tommy Laren. Hey, listen, this message is from Will. So he sends his love, but he really wants me to help convince you to get off the Bernie train, get on the winning train, the Trump track. We need you to support freedom. We need you to support capitalism, the American dream, and all the things that make this country great and keep it great. But beyond that, Will wants you to know that no matter how bald you get, no matter where your hairline is, he will always love you. So happy Valentine's Day. God bless you both. Take care.
Oh no! Oh no, dude. With Brooke? Is this it? Yeah, no, that's not it. That's not it either. Okay. So 1 hour for each of you guys. Good job. Bernie talks to DNC head high dollar fundraiser. Hold on. That's not it either, but at least it's not a fucking roach, so that's cool. Okay, that's a 4-hour ban. I better hope that shit's accurate because saying I don't want to speak on this further doesn't change the fact that you broadcast it for 58,000 Bitch, I watch whatever the fuck I want on here, okay? Suck my fucking cock. I broadcast whatever the fuck I want to broadcast. Don't ever fucking come in here and try to be like, oh, it's really irresponsible of you to show something. Suck my fucking dick, dude. Go back to fucking Destiny's stream, okay? God, why are these fucking, like, debate lords so annoying? They're like, oh, man, respectability. Oh, responsibility. It's so irresponsible of you to platform these things. Like, fuck off, dude. 95% of the shit that goes on in this platform is people grabbing their dicks and talking about any number of random shit without any knowledge whatsoever. Get the fuck out of here, dude. Yeah.
James Carville, who's obviously a longtime Clinton loyalist, was supporting Senator Michael Bennet, who obviously dropped out of the primary race last night. He said this week that core Democratic voters aren't interested in being in what he said a cult. He said they're not interested in socialism and revolution and other things he called foolishness, and that, quote, I don't know how you win an election, 78 years old, screaming in a microphone
Mentioned that he said the
about
same
the
thing about
revolution.
Obama in
I don't know
08.
if he was
Mentioned that
actually
he said the
screaming
same
at the
thing about
time, although
Obama
it's
in
very
08.
possible, knowing James.
Mentioned that he
but so I
supported
want
Michael
to give you
Bennett.
a chance to respond.
Look, James, in all due respect, is a political hack who said very terrible things when he was working for Clinton against Barack Obama. I think he said some of the same things. Look, we are taking on the establishment. This is no secret to anybody. We're taking on the wall. I guess the former head of Goldman.
Wait, why is the camera bigger than the gameplay? Let me clarify. I will not vote for Michael Bloomberg, and I will do everything in my power to ensure other people don't vote for Michael Bloomberg as well, no matter what the social repercussions of this decision is. That is what I meant.
So do you watch some of the professional gaming? Do you ever sit around and do that sort of thing?
I barely have time to play myself these days.
I bet.
And so if I'm watching pro gamers, I'm not I'm wasting gaming time.
I have a buddy of mine who owns one of these teams. Okay. Not just.
They're a big deal.
They're huge.
Yeah.
I mean, they're beginning to give out scholarship, like actual academics.
Bro, imagine he's like, yeah, I like XQC Overwatch. He's a great streamer as well. Very versatile. Big fan.
Scholarships.
Mr. XQ Cow. Have you heard of him? XQ Cow. Very good. He's very good.
At big university, but I don't know what the heck.
I love when he slams the fart. I love it. I think it's beautiful. I'm laughing. Oh, I'm LOLing. I'm KEKWing in my living room where I watch.
Hell I'm looking at.
Slam the fart, XQ Cow.
My friend is like, oh, we're close to.
Watch. Remember what I told you earlier, just before. Watch him say he's a small town guy and that Washington needs more small town representation that America has lost, that America has forgotten.
You know, it's a typical political attack, and it's too bad because, you know, so many communities like mine in South Bend, we know that we might look small from the perspective of Washington, but to us, it's what's going on in Washington that looks so small and small-minded. And, you know, communities, whether they're my size or rural communities or even neighborhoods in our biggest cities that feel completely left behind, are frustrated with being made into a punchline by Washington politicians.
After CNN's Jeff Zeleny pointed.
Wow, really, really interesting take. Thank you, Pete Buttigieg. Thank you so much for that take that came out of nowhere. I really.
Could you go a little bit deeper and tell us from your perspective, how did we get here? What are the root causes of the crisis that we're in?
You can go back. I would say it probably all started back when there was a lot of pressure on banks to make loans to everyone. Redlining, if you remember, was the term where banks took whole neighborhoods and said, people in these neighborhoods are poor, they're not going to be able to pay off their mortgages, tell them your salesmen don't go into those areas. And then Congress got involved, as local elected officials as well, and said, oh, that's not fair, these people should be able to get credit. And once you started pushing in that direction, banks started making more and more loans where the credit of the person buying the house wasn't as good as you would like.
My man's running for president on the Democratic ticket, and he just said redlining was... I cannot believe the amount of coverage they're offering to the third place person who also is polling incredibly poorly with black voters and with Latino voters. No one in the Democratic Party gives a fuck about African Americans. They do not give a fuck, okay? They don't. It's literally just, it is almost as bad as the way Candace Owens and all those other white supremacist shitheads make it seem like, okay? They don't. For the record, I have no ill will against Sanders or his political beliefs. The intention was humorous discourse. This photo is 100% authentic. Our country is far too polarized. Shut the fuck up, bitch.
Sadly, we now know how long that was. Blair died last week at the age of 29.
States, it's going to be really a battle of constituencies.
Yeah, and it's going to be hard to plot out with multiple candidates in the race. It was much easier when we could just take Clinton and Sanders' coalition and demographically superimpose them on future contests and say that, that Hillary Clinton, for example, was going to do pretty well in high-income suburbs like Fairfax County.
I mean, honestly, let's celebrate for like a second at least. You know what I mean?
Hoes mad, hoes mad, hoes mad, hoes mad.